What does trance mean to you? Trance takes me to a happy place. It doesn't matter what kind of day I'm having. My day's always better when trance is involved. I feel like it takes me to like an escape. I can forget what's going on around me. If I'm sad, it makes me happy, and sometimes if I'm happy, it makes me sad. But my day's always better with trance in it. The world is about to end and you're organising the last ever party. Which DJs would you book to play? Okay, I'd have John Digweed first, followed by Cole Cox, and to close the show would be a 2003 version of Tiesto. What is your greatest fear? My greatest fear is failure. Aside from failure, my greatest fear is probably dying or being involved in an air crash or a helicopter crash or any kind of crash where you fall from the sky. Funny because I travel quite a lot and it doesn't go through my mind every journey, but some journeys it does. But yeah, I wouldn't like to be involved in an air crash. Your chances of survival are pretty slim. What is your earliest memory? One of my earliest memories is being at infant school, and we were rewarded for doing well on a test with a jelly crocodile, which is like this kind of gummy sweet. And I really wanted one, but I didn't do well in my test that day, so I didn't get one. But I figured out where they were kept, and it was in the store cupboard in the classroom. So I was only like 8 or 9. So I snuck into the teacher's store cupboards and spotted them, and they were like a couple of shelves up, and I just couldn't quite reach. So I stood on the shelf so I could reach over, and as I pulled back, I fell back like this, and the whole shelving came back on me. We're talking, everything on this shelf crashed down onto me, and there's me at the bottom. The teacher come running in, and everyone tried to get in. Everyone in the classroom, what happened? What went on? And I lost my coat. I was trying to find my coat in lost property, which was utter rubbish. So I got sent to the headmaster, and luckily the headmaster and my dad were kind of friends. My dad was helping the school out with something, and I got off a little lightly. But yeah, that's one of my earliest memories. Have you ever said I love you and not meant it? No, I've not done that. What is your guiltiest pleasure? My guiltiest pleasure is probably a duvet day. Staying either in bed or on the sofa all day watching. It could be anything. Could be a series, Netflix. Could be football or some kind of sport. It's not really a guilty pleasure, I guess, because it's also rest and recovery, which is quite key when you're traveling and on tour. But I feel bad because I don't get anything done other than watch TV and nap and eat. What's your all-time favourite movie? Oh, good question. I really enjoy watching the Bourne films, the Bourne Identity, Jason Bourne movies. The Batman trilogy, especially The Dark Knight, the second one, great movie. Watched that so many times as well. And also American Gangster, based on a true story. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's good. It's fast. And who doesn't like a true story? If you could change one thing about the world, what would you change? This one's easy. No racism. What is the most important lesson life has taught you? I think we're always learning. But one of the most important lessons I learned quite early on in my life, probably my teenage life, was nothing's for free. No one's going to come and give you anything. If you want anything, you have to work for it. And that was drilled into me by my parents, that if you want nice things, you have to work hard, or you want a good career, you have to really put the hours in. There's sacrifices involved. In a film about your life, who would play you? I don't know, Matt Damon or Leonardo DiCaprio? You're allowed one alcoholic drink for the rest of your life. What do you choose? Alright, I'm going to choose a real simple one. Double vodka, lemonade and lime. But if balanced correctly, super refreshing, super tasty. And if you drink enough of them, you're going to get smashed. If you were an animal, what would you be? So I took one of these tests. What animal would you be during this lockdown quarantine period? And the result was a penguin. So yeah, A penguin. I'm going to take a penguin. Which track from your back catalogue best defines you and your sound? I'm going to say Where Life Takes Us. It's one of my favourite records. It was also one of the records that... One of the first records... Probably the first record where... when it was released, I wasn't hearing changes that I should have done or changes I wanted to do. Unlike... Not in all the ones before, but certainly some of my earlier releases were released and I was like, oh, you know, I should have done that, or I could have done this, or why didn't I try that? But Where Life Takes Us, I just felt it was everything I wanted it to be. It has all the ingredients of a Ben Gold production, and although my sound continually improves and evolves, they all have the same ingredients as Where Life Takes Us, which is, you know, drive, energy and melody. And I love the title, Where Life Takes Us. I don't know why, I just do. When did you last cry and why? Earlier this year when my grandparents passed away. They were fantastic people. They supported me a lot. I was the first grandson, so I wasn't a favourite because there was 5 of us, but I spent the most amount of time with them. And they really helped me out financially, morally, and gave me all the support that I needed to follow my dreams. And, you know, yeah, it's sad when they passed away this year, but they lived a great life. I'm looking forward to celebrating their life, actually, as soon as we can travel again. If you weren't a DJ producer, what would you be? Well, I'd like to think I'd be working in and around food. I do enjoy cooking. I don't do it enough. I don't know if I'm that good, but I enjoy it. That's probably the answer. Maybe a far-fetched answer would be intelligence or national security. Probably why I like Jason Bourne and Bourne Identity so much. We'll say food. Working in and around food. What is your favourite country to travel in? I'm going to alter the question a little bit. And I'll say continent, and Asia is probably my favourite continent to travel through, especially Japan, but not just Japan. Asia's like visually fantastic, I find, and the food is amazing there as well. Yeah, there's a lot of things in Asia that you don't see anywhere else. Top 3 trance tracks of all time. All right, Bedrock, Heaven Sent, Tiesto. If I had to pick one Tiesto record, Urban Train and Guriella Lagaya. What is the one thing coming up in your schedule that you're most excited about? A holiday. Cannot wait to take some holidays soon with some friends. Also go back and see my family back in the UK. Yeah, it's been challenging times for us all these, so far this year. So looking forward to seeing friends and family. A final message for the dedicated trance fans on the Tranceportal. I hope that everyone is doing alright. I hope everyone has been okay and managed to kind of get through this pandemic, which is, you know, has been relentless and been global. Everyone has been affected from top to bottom. So I hope that everyone has stayed safe and managed to find their way through and stay on their feet. Really cannot wait to see all of you again really soon and be back in that environment, but with so much uncertainty. About the future, you just kind of don't know when that's going to be. But just need to stay positive and look forward to those times because they will come. They will come. Just patience for now. But until then, guys, take it easy, stay safe, and can't wait to see you again soon.